am truly thrilled to be here today to open and welcome all of you to our Asia Pacific Community Meeting, where we're focused on a topic that resonates across our payment ecosystem: advancing payment security through global collaboration. Many thanks to all of you for being with us here in Thailand for our sessions this week. Whether you've come from far or near, the Council is truly grateful for your time, for your expertise, and for your commitment to working with us to secure the security of our payment systems. And what a wonderful place. Certainly, this is a wonderful backdrop for our sessions together. Bangkok sits at the crossroads of tradition and transformation. It's a city that has long connected cultures and commerce across Asia, and today it stands at the center of one of the world's most dynamic digital economies. Payments in this region are moving at extraordinary speed. From the widespread adoption of QR code payments here in Thailand, to the growth of digital wallets in markets like Indonesia, Vietnam, and Malaysia, Southeast Asia is redefining what fast, convenient, and inclusive payments look like. And that's why our community gathering here is so important. Just as Bangkok has been a meeting place for people and ideas, this meeting is our opportunity to bring together perspectives from across the globe, to learn from one another, and to strengthen the standards that are protecting billions of transactions every single day. And our theme this week, advancing payment security through global collaboration, could not be more relevant. It is the reason why the PCI Council exists. Many of you may know that the Council's mission, simply put, is to enhance payment account security for the payment industry with the payment industry. And the work that we're doing with our community is bold, it's ambitious, and it's meant to have big impact. And not for just one segment of our industry or one region of the globe, but for the security of the whole global payment ecosystem. We know that no single organization, no single country, no single technology can secure the future of payments alone. It takes a community. It takes shared responsibility. It takes collaboration across borders, across our industry, and it requires us to curate diverse perspectives. And that's exactly what this meeting is about. Coming together to share, to challenge, to solution, and to strengthen the security of payments worldwide. And that mission is big, but it's big because the stakes are big. Payment volumes continue to grow year over year. In 2023 alone, global purchase volume from the 6 top global payment brands reached a jaw-dropping $28 trillion US. That's approximately 966 trillion Thai baht. Now, that's not just a big number. That number is so immense that it's like stacking the GDPs of several large nations combined. Truly remarkable. But it's not just about size, it's also about speed. The pace of transactions continues to accelerate. Real-time payments, contactless, mobile, those are no longer the exception in our payment space, that's the norm. Now, based on a 2024 payment research report, there were an estimated 791 billion global credit card transactions. Now that's 2.2 billion transactions each day, around 90 million transactions every hour, about 1.5 million credit card transactions every minute, and a staggering 25,000 transactions every single second. Now, at that lightning pace, security cannot be an afterthought. And innovation. Innovation in payment technology continues to evolve at top speed. Now, this city is famous for its temples and its traditions, but it's also one of the fastest transforming payment markets in the world. QR codes, mobile wallets, and real-time payments, they're woven into the daily life here. If you have stopped in a shop, or perhaps you've taken a tuk-tuk ride, or maybe you've enjoyed some of the wonderful street food, perhaps you've noticed that you can pay almost anywhere with a QR code. Bangkok has become a living example of how innovation reshapes the daily life. Just recently, cash was required just a few years ago, but today, digital payments are dominating. That rapid change is truly inspiring, truly remarkable. But it also reminds us that innovation and security must advance together. So, what does that mean for us? Taken together, growth, speed, innovation, those are the trends that are defining the payment landscape that we're working to secure. And as payments and payment technologies continue to evolve, our security community has a unique responsibility. Not only do we need to keep pace with innovation, but we also need to support how securely it unfolds to address existing but also emerging threats. So it's up to us to ensure that we're continuing to support this dynamic payment industry, but with our collaborative, forward-looking security efforts. The Council, together with this community, we're up for that challenge. We think we can make that into an opportunity. After all, there's no single player that can secure the future of payments alone. It's our shared commitment and collaboration that can truly drive big outcomes. And we have some really big players at our table. Our principal participating organizations and our board of advisor members, these are some of the most influential companies in global commerce. These organizations have chosen to hold a seat at the council and participate with us at the highest level possible. Now, 30% of this population is included on the Fortune 500 list. The 4 largest merchants in the world sit on our board of advisors. The 10 global merchant acquirers that sit also on our advisory board, these 10 organizations process more than 95% of all card-based transactions in the United States. We are truly fortunate to have this type of participation from these organizations. Now, they don't just represent their organization. They're representing their segment of the industry, their region of the globe, and literally the millions of downstream touch points, which is just another reason why their participation is so important. Not just that they have a membership, but because they're helping us at the council shape the future of what our security standards will address. So by collaborating with security leaders in our payment industry, like all of you here, the council is working to ensure that we're focused on what's important to our industry. We're working to drive stronger outcomes in advancing payment security through the standards that we're responsible for. Now, after I move for my opening presentation here, I'm going to have the opportunity to actually sit down with a panel of executives, and we're going to talk about exactly that. We're going to discuss how strategic collaboration translates into real-world action, and how our executive leaders, their decisions are helping to shape a stronger, more secure future for global payments. Now, last year in Vietnam, I shared with you my vision for the next 18 months. I committed to helping the council stay forward-looking by optimizing our engagement with our community stakeholders, and also evolving the way that we're working to address a fast-paced, innovative payment market. I am excited to share with you that we are making really great progress in helping and working to execute against that vision. Next slide, please. Thank you. Since Vietnam, we've made some really big advancements. We've expanded our board of advisors. In June, we sat our largest board of advisors ever. We're up from 53 organizations to 64. We're continuing to grow and invest in our global engagement support model. This year, I'm excited to share with you that we have launched our regional engagement board supporting the India and South Asia market. I think there's a lot of value in our continued partnership here, and we're excited to get that board started in just very shortly. We're continuing to unlock collaboration opportunities. We want to work with our community to evolve how we're advancing our standards, our programs, our guidance. And so we're using collaboration tools on a much more frequent basis so that we can connect with our stakeholders throughout the year. Also, we've begun to introduce a pre-conference workshop. Last year, we tested this out in our North American and our European community meetings, and based on feedback from this market, we've also now extended them here. So hopefully this morning, a number of you were able to participate in our pre-conference workshop sessions. We're continuing to evolve and mature how we're operationalizing our engagement model. So this year, a notable change has been a bit of a restructure of our principal participating organization membership. We've restructured it a bit so that our PPOs can work with the council on the standards that they're most interested in. We're working with them earlier, more often, and at a much more strategic level. Also this year, we're excited to have facilitated our first Board of Advisors vote on the readiness of a council standard being published for the community. So this year, at the end of May, our Board of Advisors voted on the readiness to publish PCI's PTS POI version 7. And speaking of our standards, we are making great strides in adopting new practices that are helping us become more agile in our standard development. This year, we have implemented a product delivery operating model, and we've begun to publish transparent product roadmaps. Now, to share a little more of the progress that we're making here, over the course of this morning, you're going to hear directly from Diana Greenhaw, PCI's Head of Education and Engagement, and Deanne Zettler, PCI's Head of Product and Technology. Diana is going to facilitate a panel that aims to highlight how organizations that are involved with the Council are turning global partnerships into action. I'm always excited to hear how their experiences of working more closely with us is aiding in helping break down silos, aligning business goals with security needs, and leading through times where complexity is a constancy in our evolving payment landscape. Then Deanne and her team are going to share a bit about how we're evolving into that dynamic product-led organization. There's going to be this is truly exciting for us at the Council and for our community. They're going to share some insights on what our modernization journey looks like and how we're redefining our standards and our programs and bringing those to our global community, but in partnership with our global community. We also have something really special lined up. Tomorrow, our keynote speaker is Sharon Guy. Sharon is working at the intersection of artificial intelligence, innovation, and digital transformation. She is working with global brands and their leadership to help navigate emerging technologies to build smarter, safer digital ecosystems. In many ways, Sharon's insights into AI and digital strategy echo what the Council's ongoing commitment is to helping the payments community stay ahead of change, whether it's adapting, collaborating, and leading with confidence in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. So I don't think we'll want to miss her session tomorrow. I think it's something that will perhaps enlighten all of us. And so Sharon will be our keynote tomorrow, but the collaboration and the learning begins today. We have packed the agenda with sessions that bring real value to this community and have been informed by your Board of Advisors. You are going to hear directly from our own PCI Council experts, those that are responsible for evolving our standards, our programs, and our training. But we are lucky enough to share the stage with the industry thought leaders, bringing their real-world perspectives to our community sessions. And so, of course, the real value, though, really comes alive when we're together through our networking sessions. So over the course of today and tomorrow, please plan to catch up with us at the council, our payment brand members, but your peers, your colleagues, your competitors. Let's share insights, ask questions, challenge ideas, and collaborate. And of course, please plan to join us in our vendor showcase. It's truly there where we find that the expertise and the experience that joins us here at the community meeting, those discussions really come alive when we're in that vendor showcase arena. So a little bit of by the numbers. As noted, this week is a unique opportunity for us to come together on all things payment security, but it's certainly not the only way that we're reaching you and our community throughout the year. So a little bit of by the numbers. Today, we have approximately 195,000 subscribers and followers staying up to date with us on our social channels. And so those are our PCI Perspectives blog, our Council with Coffee with the Council podcasts, our global content library on YouTube, and of course, our PCI Monitor newsletter. This year, we have hosted 6 webinars, reaching over 2,400 community members. And our webinars cover a number of topics, and therefore our assessor community, our participating organization community, as well as just providing some of the industry news and other important updates for our community. And training. This year, we will have trained almost 5,000 individuals. Unique to this year is we have brought back in-person training sessions. So we've had them tied to our community meetings, but prior to, since COVID, we've not gone and had a larger in-person calendar. Based on feedback, that was a demand that our community has had, and we've had great adoption of wanting to be together for training. So stay tuned. We will be publishing our 2026 in-person training calendar shortly. It will be made available on our website, but excited to be able to offer that back to our community. And I mentioned our pre-conference workshops. So I mentioned that last year we tested those out with our North American and our European community meetings. Today we were able to have a session addressing vulnerability management and pen testing. Hopefully, some of you that were able to join those found that valuable. We're certainly looking for your feedback because we'll continue to look for ways that when we're together, we're meeting meaningfully. And if that's a collaborative session that you liked, expect more to come. Over the course of the 3 community meetings, we will have had about 550 of our participants join us in those conversations. And I mentioned that we're evolving the way we're working. So we've made some real investments here. We're evolving the way we're working, but also the pace by which we're working. This year has been a record year for the volume of stakeholder touchpoint opportunities. It's also been the most prolific year for the council in delivering guidance and information to our community. Now, pace for us doesn't necessarily always mean speed. Instead, it's more of a focus that by evolving the way we're working, implementing this product delivery operating model, we're engaging with our stakeholders earlier and more often, so we're able to remove waste from our processes. We're able to better understand the impact of change. We're going to scale our delivery accordingly, and frankly, we're working to get it right faster. So, we're excited about this incredible week here in Bangkok, and while I'm just in the middle of kind of getting all of the things started, I did want to pause and give you a little bit of a glimpse of what's ahead. Because next year isn't just another year together. Next year will mark a major milestone. 2026, next year, will mark the Council's 20th anniversary. Now that's 2 decades of bringing our community together, sharing ideas, shaping standards, and advancing payment security forward. And while it may have been 20 years for the Council, in the more recent years, the Asia-Pacific region represents the fastest growing market for participation with the Council. So that's really also something we're excited to celebrate. So next year, you can expect a few reflections on how far we've come, how impactful our community is, and I also believe some excitement on what I think is still yet to accomplish together. So believe me when I say that we will not miss an opportunity to celebrate our progress and our partnership. All right, and so back to our sessions today and a little call to action. We'll bring you back to where we started with, again, a reminder of collaboration and partnership. Again, the foundation for everything that we're doing at the Council and the driving force behind our mission to advance the security of global payments. Bangkok captures that spirit perfectly. It's a city where history and modernity, tradition and innovation are thriving side by side. Each of you brings a unique perspective from Asia, from Europe, from the Americas, representing every segment of our global payment ecosystem. But together we're stronger, a global community advancing payment security for everyone. The partnerships that are forged here across the industry, across regions, are proving that when we collaborate, there's really no limit to what we can achieve. So this isn't just a welcome to our community meeting, it's a reminder, and maybe a challenge, that we're going to carry this collaboration forward, beyond this room, beyond this week, and beyond borders. Because global security can only be advanced through global collaboration. So let's make the most of this week. Just as Bangkok has always been a hub of connection, this meeting is a hub of our collaboration. Let's take this opportunity to listen generously, share boldly, share your challenges, share your successes, and ask the tough questions. But most of all, connect. Let's connect in a way that only this community can. From the Chao Phraya River here in Bangkok to every corner of the globe, our work flows outward, and it flows stronger when we advance together. So let's make the most of our time together. Again, welcome to Bangkok. Thank you for being here.